Pioneers are kicking off. Good evening and welcome to Pioneer Stadium. Soccer. Eli Waters taking the play-by-play tonight. Kirsten and myself, David Kemp, will be doing color commentary. And Bree has a big boot across midfield. The Pioneers just won the ball back. For those of you watching, after subscribing, watching the Judah Hanlon Milk Mile, this is the normal um this is the normal Go-Ev events for the Pioneers. We do baseball, soccer, softball live streams, and today I'm with Eli Waters and Kirsten and Kessler in the press box. 61 degrees outside, but it feels nice in here. Sorry, I forgot your last name there. The Basehor Bobcats get a throw in. The Pioneers are in the blue, going towards the right goal. The Bobcats get a through ball. They're in on goal. I've loved. Bree makes a good save, and it is a goal kick for the Pioneers. I've really loved watching Bree Marinville's goalkeeping play today, Eli. She's just done such a great job of playing aggressive. When it feels like the ball's gonna get behind her, she's done a good job of coming way out from that goalie box and all the way out almost towards the penalty line and just getting her hands on the ball before Baser can really mount a realistic attack. Yeah, and I mean, the Pioneers have done a good job winning in the ball in the midfield, not turning it over. They just need to do a little bit more. Uh, they need to create more passing triangles throughout the midfield instead of just giving the ball away or booting it up. But so far, I think it's a pretty fair matchup. Baser's definitely got more shots on goal, but Bree's been doing a good job in net. Leavenworth looking to break a 4-game losing streak. Basehor-Linwood also struggled early on, but they have seemed to come out of that slump a little bit with back-to-back wins against Tongi and Piper. Yeah, I mean, Leavenworth's not to get taken upon. They're a strong team, but they just had some unlucky games the last few games. But they're coming here to look for a win. So Bobcats are inside the box. Leavenworth's good clearance. Noah Lucas taking the ball up the field. Has a good through ball, but couldn't get a touch on it. I think if the Pioneers are going to win this game, they're going to have to just control the possession, especially on the outside, as this one will cross midfield before getting out of play. And it is a throw in for the Pioneers. They are now across midfield for, I think, the first time of the night. If they can move the ball well along the flanks, then and get into the box from the corners and just force Baser to play some defense, it could be a good night for them. Yeah, I think they just need to take the opportunities they get, put Baser on their heels. They need to turn their defenders to their backs. Already seeing a little bit of an improvement in the pace of play. And that is a foul on the Bobcats. Pioneers, ball right around midfield. Pioneers have the ball around the top of the box. Unlucky. They still get there. They still have the possession. Oh, and the ball gets passed around, right around the 40 now. Basehor-Linwood just seems to be playing a faster game than the Pioneers, as this one will get stolen in the attacking third. Pioneers just need to do a better job on defense. They need to clear the ball a little bit better, be more compact, and need to drop their transition from offense to defense needs to be a little better. I've noticed that when they turn the ball over, they're stagnant. They're not working their way back, sprinting back to their positions from where they just got pulled out of. But
Yeah, and I think sticking to the fundamentals, Eli, has got to be key. Like on that last play, I was a little bit surprised that she didn't just pass it back to the goalie there, instead trying to out dribble the Bobcat attacker.
yeah, and I mean a really big thing in soccer that everyone should know is you should never dribble. And when you're the last defender back, you should never try to dribble because you turn the ball over and it's just counterattack, and that'll go out for another Leavenworth goal kick.
Breed of Marinville, the Pleasant Ridge senior, Pleasant Ridge High School, getting some representation on the team. That's actually why they're the lone Pioneer Athletics program playing in 6A, as they support two high schools. Dribbling down the outside.
And plays the ball right around midfield. Madison's trying to dribble. She beats one. She plays Trinity right around the 30, trying to take a touch forward. Taylor Heim gets the ball.
Bianca Turner has been wide open for much of this possession. I'm not quite sure why she hasn't gotten that through ball yet.
Baser looks for a through ball as Liz Norris gets there first. Ball's not done yet, and it goes out for another Leavenworth throw in. Leavenworth just needs to do a better job of finding openings whenever they get the ball. There's no one. It looks like there's no one. Like the second they win the ball, seems like there's almost no one to pass to. They kind of just have to boot it up.
Yeah, and they even that they haven't really been doing right so far.
Yeah, I mean
You
they're
gotta
first.
you just gotta get it back to DeMarinville.
Yeah, and their passing hasn't been very strong tonight as a shot goes off, and that's a routine save for Bree.
Bree DeMarinville coming all the way to the edge of her goalie box.
She gets a good punt, just now crosses midfield. Trinity Love gets a touch on it. And
Oh,
Kaylee Norris is going right around the 15-yard line, looks for a cross in, doesn't get it gets stopped, and now another cross into Trinity Love. Baser keeps possession here. They find a good pass back. Ball right around the 30-yard line, looking for a pass option. Ball just now crosses midfield. She looks for a through ball. Ball was called out of bounds.
Pioneers have gotten every throw in so far. The ball just keeps on bouncing the wrong way for the Bobcats. But you're gonna need to string some stuff together because when play is stopping every couple seconds, then that's not a winning formula.
Yeah, they just need to try to find more passes. I mean, they get the ball, and to be honest, they really haven't been able to keep it for more than 15 seconds.
This time they've got a scoring chance.
Ball gets cleared out.
Not very
Looking,
well.
yeah. Ball gets cleared right around the 50. She goes for her first touch. Not a very ideal one. Liz Norris tries to dribble, passes to Noelle Lucas. She gets the ball taken away. Good clearance. Stopped. Still right around the 50-yard line. Noelle Lucas's first touch goes straight to the defender.
Good steal there. Leavenworth fighting back the Bobcats.
Not an ideal clearance by the goalkeeper. Leavenworth needs to get up on this and
Yeah, normally when you're trying to boot one down the field, you want to be able to kick it farther than 10 yards.
yeah.
First down in football, but that's not going to cut it here. Good job with the scoop. Pioneers, I will say, possession has been fairly even in this game, but what hasn't been even is the quality of possession. It just feels like Basehor-Linwood is composed. They've got some solid attacks going. None of them materialized yet, but the Pioneers just seem very sloppy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They seems like they almost can't even complete two passes in a row. Foul called against Leavenworth. Baser looking for a shot. Noel Lucas steals the right around the 20-yard line, looking to counterattack here. Or tries to dribble the defender, gets the ball stolen away. Alyssa Batterson pressuring the center back. Not an ideal clearance. Kaylee Norris looks for a first touch, does not get it. Ball is cleared again. Noel Lucas gets the first touch. Tries to dribble forward. And a foul called against Baser. Leavenworth has the ball right around the 45, going towards Baser's goal. Right. And honestly, I mean, I don't think Leavenworth has committed a foul yet, to my knowledge. Leavenworth gets the ball in, cross.
You're fine.
And there's a throw in for the Bobcats.
No real shots on goal today so far.
Bobcats looking for a shot here. Bobcats go for a shot, and it is wide.
Okay. Getting set for her goal kick is Breeda Marinville. Pleasant Ridge Senior sends it back out to midfield. And again, Basehor-Linwood has just been dominating the possession. Pioneers trying to mount a scoring attack, and they just haven't been successful at all.
Here comes a through ball. Baser. Leavenworth goes for a clearance. Tries to turn on the defender, does. Sloppy. There's just no communication.
Yeah, it's like every single time they get a touch on the ball, it's just instantly into panic mode.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to slow your pulse down, keep that low, calm heartbeat, and then just find someone down the field, string a few passes together. I think if the Pioneers could just string 2 or 3, that would make me happy at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we can't even complete 2 passes. I mean, using that throw in for the Leavenworth Lady Pioneers. I mean, it's just every single time we get the ball, we just turn it over almost instantly. It's a good clearance header by Taylor Heim.
Bull sends it out. Now the Pioneers have a bit of an attack going. They just need the ball to bounce
Here comes
their
Alyssa
way.
Battison. Tries to play a through ball. There's
It's a race for it,
and
and
the goalie
Picked
gets
up by the goalie.
about 25 minutes left in the half. 40
Kaylee Norris
minutes.
getting a touch right around the top of the 18. Is she gonna go for a shot? She plays the ball off. Baser looking for a clearance here. Not a very ideal one.
Good defensive play. They just look like a blockade.
And that ball is crossing straight to the goalie.
Those are the kind of mistakes that sometimes might end up with the ball going in, and it took us 15 minutes before we finally got our first shot off.
I mean, we've definitely had the throw-ins, but we're not doing anything with them, so. This gets the center backs to turn their backs for Leavenworth. Baser's trying to find an attack here.
I will say I have loved the aggressive defense from Leavenworth, even though Baser has looked like the better team so far, as they mount another counterattack.
This ball's a through ball. Goalkeeper comes out and gets it, scoops it up with their hands.
Pioneers have done a good job of putting a lot of pressure. It feels like every single time a white jersey is in possession of the ball, you just see a flood of blue swarming towards them.
It's another good goal or another good punt.
Just as we've seen the Pioneers in panic mode a lot of this game, they've had Baser feeling the same. As this one will go back into the box before getting booted back away by the yellow shirt. "16 minutes in, we'll likely have a good chunk of stoppage time. Seems like the ball is out of play almost as much as it is in play.
Haley Norris with a good turn. Tries to find a through ball to Alyssa Battison. Unlucky.
Did look like it went off one of the white jersey's cleats, though. And the Pioneers could be able to get this ball back. They're at about the 20 yards out from the goal line. Battling around there near the corner flag, into the penalty box. Leavenworth still looking for their second shot. Neither team has yet to crack the scoreboard.
And our defense has just been so aggressive.
Elite sidestep there.
Baser looking for a counterattack here. Cross goes in. It's a through ball. Baser one-on-one with the goalie.
Good save. Excellent job getting down there on her hands and knees and just cradling that ball like a child. You do not want that getting behind you if you're a keeper, because playing with the ball to your back is scary. And just keeping your feet set and diving on there before a base or Bobcat foot could connect with it. That's the kind of play we'd like to see.
As this ball
Out of
goes
Bree.
flying into the opposing stands.
And I will say momentum feels like it's starting to shift towards the Pioneers, Eli.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting a few passes now. It's about 2 to 3 before they turn it over, but they've definitely been in the attack more. No.
Through ball. Pioneers have a shot on goal, but able to scoop it up just shy of the Leavenworth striker. Booted down. Bianca Turner into the game now.
The Bobcats are going to throw it in. Ball goes back out of bounds, and now it's Pioneers throw. Alyssa Battison gets a touch on it, passes it up. Leavenworth is running to it.
Principal here at Leavenworth High School, Brendan Olson, now in the booth to provide a little bit of additional commentary.
Yeah, thank you, David. I'm glad to be here tonight. It's a perfect night for some soccer. You have a good tactics kind of matchup between the Bobcats and the Lady Pioneers. We have a 4-3-3 versus a 4-3-3. Kind of an interesting matchup as you're watching the play build up because the Bobcats are playing with two holding midfielders, whereas the Pioneers are trying to play with two attacking midfielders. It's creating a lot of that stalled play that you're kind of commenting on earlier.
And this one, as we were talking about a second ago, ends up behind the keeper, thankfully getting a little bit of support from number 8 down there in the blue jerseys.
Out for a goal kick again for Rita Moran. You nailed it earlier, David. She's been doing a great job for us this season. Really kept us in a lot of tight games. Her and our two center backs. It's really the heart and soul of this team is that kind of combination at the back.
Moranaville taking this one from the line. Boots it down, and that will fall about 40 yards from her kick. Leavenworth, that's some more of what we've been talking about. Just getting attacks mounted, starting to put pressure. And then Basehor-Linwood quickly able to capture the ball back and start some more, I would say, fundamental play.
Yeah, where they're really looking dangerous here, David, is in that wide play. They're really trying to get number 7 involved in the wing play and build through her. So get a nice shot attempt on goal.
And that one's got to hurt, but doing her job there. She's there to be a brick wall.
And luckily here is the Pioneers get a chance to counter out the back.
Leavenworth's back 3 has given Marinville a whole lot of insurance back there. They've saved her from having to make a few difficult saves that could potentially have put the Bobcats on the board. I think that back line of defense has been the real star of the show for the Pioneers so far, especially seeing as the scoreboard is empty.
Strong build out of the back from number 15 for the Bobcats as they're looking to counter against our back 4. Takes a good shot up the field. Unfortunately for her, wide. Great for the Pioneers as it's out for yet another goal kick. Substitution for the Pioneers here. Out is Kaylee Norris, and into the game, number 27 for the Pioneers. And that's Cora Beckman.
Freshman getting some playing time here. She started the season on the junior varsity roster, but she's moved into more of a swing player role more recently.
Yeah, you like to see that, as the Pioneers are a pretty young squad trying to develop. We've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the lineup, David, and hopefully that's good things for years to come.
Yeah, just 3 seniors in the starting 11 today, and they have made some substitutions since then, but the freshman core has really been the support system that will hopefully build this program up for the next 3 years.
Yeah, here we go again. Pioneers got to be careful there as it's out for another goal kick. Number 7 for the Bobcats is really putting on a lot of pressure on the wide. I take that back. She actually won a corner kick here. So my apologies as the Bobcats are setting up for a nice corner kick. And hopefully it can be well defended by our Pioneers.
Corner comes into the box, scrum in there. Good job getting her hands on it, but it scoots away. Rolling out of play. And instead of booting it, it looks like the Pioneer defensive men just kind of grounded it, and now Basehor has the ball back. That was a dangerous play to make. You've got to clear that ball out, whether that be kicking it behind the back line for a goal kick, whether that be getting your feet set and getting one down the field. But the last thing you want to do is just flail your legs wildly without really.
And a good corner here. Looks like the Bobcats are going to have to reset as it goes all the way through the back of the box.
Principal Olson in the booth with us here on a bit of a chilly night for the Pioneers, at least compared to what we've had recently.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Pioneers there. Offside's called as the Bobcats have been looking real dangerous the last couple minutes.
Boot from Aaronville is all the way out to the freshman. Scoreless early on, and these are the games that the Pioneers have really struggled with lately. Their loss on just last week, April 21st, to Piper, 0-1, the 2-1 loss to Eudora, and then they had two games where they tied 1-1 and 0-0.
Yeah, what's going to be key here tonight, David, is they've really got to get some build-up play going. You know, that back four is pretty strong, but we're just not connecting enough passes in the middle and making those dangerous plays forward. So we got to really try and get off of that back foot and get into the attack tonight.
Pioneers trying to get their first win back in over a month against Highland Park. They took that matchup 5-0, but they've struggled a little bit since then. Basehor-Linwood, on the other hand, coming into this matchup with a 6-4 record, they're yet to draw this season, which is interesting to me, Kirsten. They seem to either be boom or bust. They win or they lose. The big boot from the Pioneer keeper, and hopefully Leavenworth can get a few passes together. Gets turned over again. Into the attacking third come the Bobcats. Turner in a 1v1 with number 15. Big boot there, and it is just outside the left post. That could have been dangerous. About 10 minutes left in the half. We reached the 28th minute, so closer to 12. I think Leavenworth, the key here is just going to be to score first. This game could end up being a race to one, and neither side seems to be budging on the defensive side. Jada Qualls getting physical down there on the line and sending that one out to Marshall. Bianca Turner has it. And another turnover to the Bobcats. It's been about 5 minutes since we last saw the ball on the Pioneer side of midfield. Whistle blown. Possession goes back to Basehor-Linwood.
Yeah, tough call for the Pioneers. They're trying to stay aggressive in that build-up play and push those Bobcats back, but unfortunately, a foul called there by our center referee.
Big kick into the box. Rushing it is Marinville.
And a shot there by 15 for the Bobcats sails over the bar, and yet again, we have another goal kick.
Leavenworth just needs to create more opportunities, as Basehor has had 7 shots compared to the Pioneers, just 1. Leavenworth is yet to even put a shot on goal.
Yeah, like I said, David, that's going to be the challenge tonight is we got to really try and find a connected ball from our central midfielders into the attacking third here.
Back across midfield yet again. Yet again, another turnover. Some consistent themes across this matchup. Not for the better for the Pioneers, but at the end of the day, all that really matters is the numbers on the scoreboard. And they're still very much in this game. Tied at 0 right now. Out of play, shanked off the leg of Basehor's number 8. 10 minutes left to go. Basehor-Linwood now with a little bit of an attack going before the kick straight to the face of the Pioneer girl. And that one's going to be deemed a handball. And it looks like we might have our first penalty of the game. This is not a good sign for the Pioneers. The handball will give Basehor-Linwood their first serious opportunity to take the lead. DeMarinville getting set on the line. Kirsten, what do you think she needs to do to stay calm and block this kick?
I think she has to stay really focused.
And she did not.
And yeah,
Ball goes in for the Bobcats. And after the handball, Basehor-Linwood scores their first strike in the 32nd minute.
I will say I'm excited to see what number 10 has for us today. It's her first time back, coming back from injury.
Score from number 15 on the Cats. And now Leavenworth is battling from behind. Ball back in play. Working across midfield.
Alyssa Battison is fighting for that ball but can't get her touch.
Honestly, the Pioneer girls just haven't had a whole lot of touches here tonight. And most of the ones they have had haven't been particularly good. They just need to maybe take a little bit less of that spring in their step. Just keep the ball controlled. Keep things moving smoothly. Bobcats have really controlled the possession here. As this one gets booted.
Alyssa Groff gets the touch.
Groff, some slick dribbling, but she didn't get the pass she wanted. This one goes to Marshall. Abby Marshall, the through ball. Josie Brown trying to get around a Bobcat defender, but can't quite find her way. Another one booted out of play. Leavenworth has found themselves with a whole lot of gifts from the Bobcats via fouls, as the Bobcats have 3 to the Pioneers 2 in terms of just balls kicked out of play, losing possession. Problem is Leavenworth hasn't accepted any of them. Another opportunity here, and this might be their best one yet. Pioneers head out for a corner kick in the Basehor side. Ball comes in. Booted into the goal. The Pioneers score. And this game is tied. What a goal there, in off the header. And Leavenworth is right back in this ball game. Josie Brown puts it in the back of the net. Pioneers fans rejoice. This game is not over. 6.5 minutes left to play in the half. As the Lady Pioneers head back to midfield, Basehor-Linwood getting possession. And just mere moments after Basehor got the handball penalty kick in, Leavenworth responds. So much composure there. Corner kicks are one of the best opportunities you'll ever have to put a ball in the back of the net, but also one of the easiest to mess up. Leavenworth, Josie Brown just didn't let the moment get too big for her. and that ball found her body and ended up in the back of the net. Baser trying to work down, and now Leavenworth seems to be gaining some momentum. Passing back, just playing a very conservative brand of defense here, which I like to see. Through ball goes past Brown, and some more fancy footwork on the Baser side. Ball will roll out of play from Jada Qualls. Pioneers back over towards that blue and white LV logo. High kick out there. Walls looking for the tackle, just missed it. And now Basehor-Linwood has an attacking opportunity. Leavenworth not even attempting the offside trap. All defenders are about as far back as they can go without interfering with their keeper. Now play starts to shift the other way. Josie Brown fighting for the ball. It will roll out. Now Jada Qualls getting the throw in. Pioneers in the 3-4-3 formation here today. Qualls sends one down. The header. And it looks like we might have another opportunity. Ball gets stolen again on the Bobcats side. Baser crosses back into Leavenworth territory. Through ball intercepted. Good play down there. Alyssa Groff with some excellent defense. Ball will roll out of play. Basehor-Linwood has had more opportunities than the Pioneers, but the score remains tied. Bobcats retreat before pushing another attack forward. Looking to find that checkmate. Another tactical defense there. Sending it back almost to the midfield marker. And the failed tackle from Josie Brown, a little bit too aggressive in the referee's eyes. Didn't get quite enough of the ball as she had hoped for. And now the Bobcats get another free kick. Sent into the box. Booted up. And diving down on it is DeMarinville. The Pioneer keeper has not allowed a ball past her aside from the penalty kick. As she sends another one back way into the Bobcat territory. Lots of good memories here from football season. That one goes out of play.
And the Bobcats are going to reset the play here and get a little swing at the back with the keeper. Hopefully the Pioneers can stay aggressive here and win it back, which they do actually succeed in doing with Josie Brown.
Brown sending it back. And yet again an interception. Feels like I sound like a broken record here tonight. Every single possession, the Pioneers seem to be getting that spark back before the Bobcats are able to get another interception.
Yeah, dangerous through ball there for number 7 of the Bobcats, but luckily a keeper's strong play sends it back up the field for us.
DeMarinville booting it all the way back.
Unfortunately, a foul in the back there on Qualls. It's going to lead to a good free kick opportunity for the Bobcats right about at midfield.
Getting set in their position here. Good crowd on hand tonight. Plenty of the Pioneer faithful showing out to support their girls. Almost as many as came out to support Judah Hanlon a few moments ago.
Ball cleared by the Pioneers. Hopefully we can mount that attack and start to push the Bobcats back again.
Leavenworth, lots of good physical play down there around midfield. Clock continues to tick down. We are into stoppage time. 42nd minute now. Working it down the center part. One final attack for the Pioneers as the clock will hit 0 on the on-screen scoreboard. Referee blows the whistle 3 times. And we will get ready for half number 2. Kirsten, what was encouraging from the Pioneers in that first half?
I think the first half they're all being really aggressive. I think the only thing is that they just need to have a stronger sense of control.
I would agree with that. So many of their touches just seem to be a little bit clumsy, sending the ball way further than they intend to. And if they can get that under control, just focus on the fundamentals, focus on just keeping a level head, then they could put another point on that scoreboard and potentially come out of here with the W.
I think they're doing what they need to do by matching the aggressiveness of the Bobcats. They've held their own quite well.
I would agree with that. Tie game right now. We go to halftime. We will be back in about 8 minutes to bring you the second half of coverage. You're watching Leavenworth Girls Soccer on PTV. Bobcats kicking off to start the second half. Tie game here in the First City. Good things on both sides. I'm David Kemp here doing play-by-play here as the Basehor-Linwood Bobcats kick off. Pioneers did a good job with an aggressive attacking and defensive strategy. But right now, Basehor started off strong with some good possessive play in the attacking third. Rolling out a play, and now the Bobcats getting a throw in just a couple feet shy of that corner flag. Kick in off balance. Didn't make it past the line of defense. I think the best thing for the Pioneers so far has been their pace of play. They've just done a good job of sending the ball down, done a good job of working fast, quickly flipping momentum every time it seems to be falling away from them. But some things they could work on especially would be just trying to figure out how to maintain possession of the ball and just keep cleaner touches. That first touch shouldn't be sending the ball 5 to 10 yards. It should be keeping it right there at your foot where you want it. Another unfortunate touch. Ball goes into D. Moranville. She will take it out, looking to roll it. Instead, she will kick it away as Jada Qualls, the defensive man she was looking for, wasn't quite able to get open. Bobcats now pressing. They look fresh coming out of the half. They clearly made some important adjustments, but also just their energy levels look higher. That one gets sent out. And again, Pioneers just having a hard time of even getting it across half field, much less in the opposing goalie box. And that will go out of play. Throw in from the Bobcats comes quickly. A little bit of quick toss action coming in. Passed out. Finally, Leavenworth mounting an attack into Linwood territory. Through ball intercepted. Now it's a 5-on-5. Just keeping it in play, but it will trickle on down the line. Jada Qualls will take the throw in after that one went out of play. And another just disappointing touch, Kirsten. Really frustrating as it rolls about 10 yards off of her foot. I think that's something they might need to work on a little bit more in practices. Leavenworth back in possession. Race for the ball will be won by the Bobcats as it rolls away. They will get another throw in. This time it goes off of number 7 in a white jersey. Taking the throw is Norris, and the
So play resumes here with a drop ball from the official. Luckily for the Pioneers, cleared right back to us. They could have probably possessed that. The Bobcats could have. But great little play for us, and hopefully we can counter out.
A little bit of grace coming from the red shirts there. As it might, in my opinion, that one might have gotten a piece of Cora Garland's hands there. But she gets back up. And way back in their own territory, the Pioneers will possess it. Bobcats don't have a single defender on their side of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, this could be a real dangerous play for the Pioneers on trying to get out with this much of a counter and attacking force from the Bobcats. That 7 hits a good cross in, but cleared out by Alyssa Goff.
It feels like Basehor has an excellent touch there. Good job to clear some space out. As now Leavenworth has a little bit of a counterattack going. Lots of pressure, through ball comes in. Leavenworth with a scoring opportunity. Dewey sidesteps a defender, gets the ball back. Shot is deflected.
And cleared away by the Bobcats here. Great opportunity by the Pioneers in the counterattack. Hopefully more opportunities like that to come.
Probably the best opportunity that Leavenworth has had in continuous play this entire game. Their lone goal of the matchup came via the corner kick in the first half. But they're just playing competitive soccer, physical soccer, and working down the field was Alexis Dewey. That's the kind of play we like to see from our freshmen.
Dangerous opportunity now here for the Bobcats. Great defense and way to stand her up by Alyssa.
Back around the halfway point between midfield and the goal. Just trying to work into that attacking front.
Yeah, great defensive shape here by the Pioneers, forcing the Bobcats to keep resetting the ball back and play it around the back and not really get through our middle here. And hopefully we can keep that up.
I love the support system they seem to have, as it feels like no Pioneer is ever left stranded without one or two girls there to back her up.
Yeah, they're holding that triangle shape really well on either side of the ball when the player presses it. We need to keep that going to hopefully keep them out of our attacking third. Dangerous ball over the top there by the Bobcats. Swept up pretty nicely by D. Moranville.
D. Moranville punting it about 120 feet. Working their way down, Dewey gets it back. And we might have another stoppage as the Pioneers have a girl down, struggling to get to her feet.
Yeah, interesting decision here by the referee to allow play to continue. Hopefully Noel can get up there.
Noelle Lucas still limping gingerly. Hopefully it's just a little bit of cramps, but that could be something serious, especially with this AstroTurf. Potentially, you can get cleats stuck in that if you're not careful.
Dangerous ball over the top here by the Bobcats. Pioneers hold good shape and keep it wide. And again, missed opportunity for the Bobcats. Great for the Pioneers as it's out for another goal kick.
And that goes back to that support system, as Leavenworth just having those pieces in place to just stay calm and not have to panic when a ball gets by a defender, because you have one or two other girls who are still in position to peel off and make the play.
Yeah, a good tactical substitution there by Coach Tanner. Unfortunately, Lucas off the field as number 33, Abby Marshall, comes in for the first time tonight. And hopefully some fresh legs, and Noel can get a little bit of a rest here.
Through ball. Excellent positioning as the Bobcats get possession of it, but
A fantastic tackle by Heimdall out of the back there.
good job sweeping in there to avoid disaster. Fight for the ball from number 5 on the Pioneers side. Liz Norris still pressing.
Great energy here from the Pioneers. Really trying to stay aggressive in every aspect of the play tonight. Hopefully we can continue that as the game goes on.
Yeah, and it just really feels like there's this tension that's going to break eventually.
Dangerous opportunity here as 15 takes a shot off the bar and over as it hits the yellow goalpost for football. That makes it out of play for yet again a Pioneer goal kick. But David, I don't know about you. We really got to find an answer for 15 because I feel like she has most of the shots for the Bobcats tonight.
Yeah, and I think they've done a good job at containing her so far. Again, the only point she's been able to put on the board came via the penalty kick. But she is a dangerous piece that if Leavenworth isn't careful and staying alert, they could lose sight of her pretty quickly. The last thing you want is her snaking her way into the backfield without you paying attention.
Dangerous opportunity again here as the Bobcats play it right at her. And let's see what we do from a wide play. Good clearance, though, from Alyssa out of the back.
Alyssa Battison now sending it through ball. This is another key opportunity if Leavenworth can keep possession of it. Coming back towards the middle of the field, sending it towards our near side. Bobcats send it back in Groff now.
Nice little 1-2 opportunity there for the Pioneers. Unfortunately for Liz Norris, just doesn't quite connect that pass. But I love the fight she's been displaying all night, David, as she's just trying to look for that next ball through. And again, here comes 15 for the Bobcats, getting into that dangerous attacking third position. Great through ball in.
Just a little bit too much power on that one. I don't know if it was just a little bit too much force mustered behind that kick or just number 7 not having the wheels to catch up to that one, but
Well, whatever it is, David, I'm just glad because it's out for yet again a Pioneer goal kick.
DeMaranville getting set once again. She takes her run up and sends one down. And that one didn't quite have as much juice on it as she would have hoped for, as it never even really left the attacking third.
Yeah, luckily for the Pioneers here, and this is a great matchup for fans to watch, is Alyssa Grau taking on again 15 for the Bobcats, and she's really just shut her down tonight. But still looking ever more dangerous, and hopefully Alyssa can continue to win this matchup as they're going at it yet again. And sure enough, a big tackle right there.
The tackling game has been almost impeccable. We've seen a couple missed tackles, like right there, making me eat my words. But besides that, there's been really no fouls on the tackles and very few that they just come up empty. Good steal there.
Great tackle by Hyman, and even better ball out of the back to hopefully build into a counterattack for the Pioneers as Battinson breaks it up the middle.
Dewey just trying to stay on side. You could see that Battison wanted to get that ball through.
Deep through ball by Heim here into the box. Unfortunately scooped up and out of the Pioneer attack by the Bobcats keeper.
The kick doesn't make it very deep. Battison playing and applying some pressure there. Ultimately, the Bobcats are able to hang on.
I think that's some key elements, though, for us as a Pioneers team is Heim looking really strong playing out of the back there, finding feet with Battison. Hopefully we can continue to make connections like that and stay aggressive into this attacking side of the field.
Out of play. It will remain Pioneer ball. The throw in looked like it got pinned between a white and blue jersey there.
Center official, interestingly, overruling his AR there to give the Bobcats a quick throw opportunity as they're trying to counter out of the back against our Pioneers.
Oh, excellent footwork there from 5. Not enough to get past the last line of defense. Again, the support system for the Pioneers has been pretty much unstoppable.
And Going to get a good connection there by Liz Norris out of the back. Allows the Pioneers to switch the point of play across the field. And hopefully Trinity Wilder can get into this as she plays a good attacking ball. Swept out, though, by the Bobcats. And yet again, the play's going to switch the other way.
I think some of the Bobcats' issues has been running a little bit of a too much one-dimensional offense with number 15 off the field right now. Or with number 15 playing a more defensive role right now, they haven't looked as sharp on offense.
No, it's really a key thing for them. It seems like 15 and 7 is the bulk of the strategy here. And they're going to continue to probably play through that, David. Maybe just a resting opportunity for 15. What do you think?
I would agree with that, especially as we get later into this game. We've only got about half an hour left to play, less than that, really. And so you want to keep your best legs fresh, and I think she has been the best leg on the Bobcats today.
Yeah. And a big shot opportunity from about 35 out from 12. Out again, though, 4. Another Pioneer goal kick as we have some substitutions for the Pioneers. Like you were saying just a moment ago, David, how important it is to keep those fresh legs. Good tactical change here by Coach Tanner.
Yeah, I think one of the things for me, especially as a fan watching, I'd like to see a little bit more play in the box, especially by the Pioneers. Just keeping possession, passing back and forth with pace. Both sides only have 2 shots on goal, so while there has been a lot of action and physicality in the midfield, we haven't really seen too many scoring opportunities on either side that have amounted to anything. Goalkeepers are the freshest players on the field right now.
Yeah, I agree with that, David. And right now, hopefully, it continues to stay that way for the Pioneers. And as this match goes on, hopefully, that young energy coming off the bench really leads to some good, successful opportunities as we get into the attacking third. As right now, 15 wins a corner for the Bobcats. And we'll see how we set up defensively to ensure that we don't have any more follow up play.
Corner comes in. The header comes off the shoulder, and the Pioneers.
Cleared away off the line by Hine. Great defense. Glad she's on the post there. Could have been real dangerous, I think, David, if that had gone past her.
Yeah, potentially an own goal, as it looked like it deflected off of a blue jersey before Heim was able to get that ball out of there. Lots of blue jerseys surrounding 15. I think they have gotten their scouting report at this point.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, David. I think Coach Tanner's made it pretty clear that he doesn't want number 15 there to win this game for the Bobcats, as we're going to continue to try and block her approach in the middle.
And again, with that girl shut down, the Pioneers just look more comfortable in all facets. Again, it's hard to win a soccer game with such a one-dimensional offense. Good job keeping a strafe on her.
Yeah, Bobcats are really building up a good attack in the midfield here, but Pioneer defense just continuing to stay strong at the back tonight. As yet again, Taylor Heim steps up here and forces the Bobcats to retreat deeper and deeper out of the attacking third.
They've stayed strong of keeping the ball in front of them, but really getting a solid counterattack is something that needs to be worked on. And looks like we have an opportunity here.
Yeah, as Lucas wins the ball up the field, and we're hopefully back into that other end.
Pass to Wilder gets intercepted. Dewey putting a lot of pressure, and now the Pioneers have an opportunity just about 30 yards out. Dewey winning the fight, and the attempt to clear it out ricochets off of the number 10 white jersey's leg as the Bobcats relinquish possession to the Pioneers. Out of play yet again by the Bobcats. Leavenworth getting another throw in, this time a few more yards back, so Bobcats are pushing Leavenworth back a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Pioneers probably play a little quicker there on that throw-in opportunity because as you look at their bench, the Bobcats actually really don't have much depth in their lineup. So I feel like if we could continue to push this pace that we've had this game, that's only going to favor us as it goes on.
Halfway through the half,
15 big through ball up the field here for the Bobcats. Runner down out wide is number 2 is Grace Mendenhall in for the first time in this game. Makes a good tackle, but unfortunately out for a corner for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and you got to think that something big is just coming. This is similar to how the last half started. Mr. Olson just having a bit of a stalemate to start, with both teams fresh, with the coaches' words fresh in their minds from the start of the half and from the halftime, as this one comes in from the corner
Yeah,
and will fly all the way to the opposite side.
and I don't disagree with you here, David. I think this game, with these first 2 goals has been set pieces. This game might just come down to a set piece or a good counterattacking play that might give you a 2-1 victory. Hopefully that can go the Pioneers' way tonight.
The throw in will come in. High lob. And leaping up there is DeMoranville. Looking to potentially roll it out. She will punt it instead. Hasn't really had that support system on the defense for her to mount an attack with. And a big
Dangerous.
shot right into the chest of Taylor Heim.
Yeah, dangerous play by 15 there, but Taylor doing yet again another superb job of winning it and blocking that aggressive shot and attack from the Bobcats. Oh no, and right there, that was dangerous. I think she thinks it went in. Apparently it does, as the referee signals that that's a goal. That must have gone through the back end of the net as it went in.
It looked like it.
Confusion here.
It looked like it did to me. I did see it sneak in there just below that top right corner, as the Bobcats take a 2-1 lead. That's got to be so deflating to your defense.
Yeah, and I think the referees here definitely trying to talk it out. Like I'm not quite sure. We're gonna see what the ruling here is on the field as the center official goes back to get the ball here, and yep, sure enough, it looks like he's gonna stick with it, David, and you're correct. They're gonna say that was indeed a goal.
Yeah, and while it did sneak through that back corner for the Pioneers, Leavenworth, I mean, it really did get through for a goal. You could probably see it on your screen. Pioneers kicking off once again, this time trailing. Hard kick off the face of 15. Maybe a little bit of payback for the Bobcats taking the lead. Pioneers, just as quickly as they got the ball back, lost possession. And the Bobcats have been moving down pretty effectively with it. Back towards midfield, into that center circle.
Great communication there out of the back by our keeper, calling the players off and hopefully resetting. She's got a great leg on her, and I hope that we can push our attacking players more up the field as she hits that ball deep into the middle of the field on the other end.
The race over there by that black sideline. A little bit hard to see in your screen with the striking white for the Pioneers on the football field. Nice complex here. Lots of great facilities here at Leavenworth High School. It's always good to catch a game down here in the first city of Kansas. Good job being aggressive and keeping Basehor-Linwood from mounting a significant attack. Mendenhall gets it dribbled between her legs, but DeMoranville, good heads-up play there. She started charging before that slick dribbling move was even made by the Bobcats. Sending it back out, and the header, she got laid out like a linebacker.
As the referee brings it back here, yeah, David, that was a pretty dangerous play here, and you're going to see a stoppage on the clock. As sure enough, a yellow card looks like it's coming out here for Bobcats there on that challenge to
Kaylee Norris is still unfortunately grabbing her injured part and getting looked at by a teammate here. So yellow card issued here in the 63rd minute there to the Bobcats. Number 9. I apologize, number 8.
Yeah, I think that that's the biggest hit that I've seen on this field since probably the Blue Valley game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, David. That was a bit dangerous there from the Bobcats, and probably a pretty good call there by our official to keep things under control tonight.
Firm but fair ruling. Bobcats probably not happy with that result, but also not going to contest it. About 17 minutes left to play. Pioneers just trying to make something happen. They've got an aggressive formation.
Great build-up play here as we played out wide. Good little 1-2 on the wing, and hopefully the Pioneers can get across in as we've got multiple players in the box. Even kilter 3-3. Unfortunately cleared away by the Bobcats.
But staying inside the 10, Leavenworth has a clear goal-scoring opportunity. I think one player to look out for might be Josie Brown. She can really get in there. She gets tripped up. I don't think that even got the ball. The tackle, referee puts their hands up, but it did get out of play, so they're not going to call that one a foul. I think that probably should have been a penalty kick for Josie Brown. Instead, play continues. Leavenworth still on the attack.
Yeah, just like when we conceded in the first half, you're seeing a lot of great energy again here from the Pioneers. Hopefully we can channel that into some good opportunities and get a shot or two on goal here and really get back into this game. I don't know about you, David. The officiating tonight, though, it's been pretty good, even kiltered. As this official's kept a good control of the game for the most part, and hopefully that can continue as this clock winds down with just about 15 minutes left to play.
Yeah, and that's important because at the end of the day, what matters most is player safety. You would hate for any of these girls to get hurt and have to show up to school in crutches or something. And I would say there hasn't been any terribly egregious calls like we've seen in some other athletic events like Lansing baseball. But
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't quite catch that game, David, but I definitely agree with you. Let's keep this game under control as we move into the waning moments. And hopefully, again, the Pioneers can mount some kind of attack here because it seems like the Bobcats have really switched to deeper in their end and are just looking to counter out of the back as they play a ball over the top here. Dangerous ball as Seven's going on to it. Alyssa Groff runs her down, though, and again, the Pioneers break that one up. All night long, though, that seems to be, like I said, the main strategy here from the Bobcats is how can we play either through number 7 there, David, or number 15. But I think Alyssa and Heim have been up to that challenge at the back and really trying to win and play forward.
now the Pioneers looking to counter. They're starting to run out of time. Any offense is good offense here. The ball gets rifled in from 15, but misses and rolls all the way towards the fence. That one almost left the stadium. Dee Moranville taking the goal kick now. She has been pretty successful here today, but currently the Pioneers trail 2-1.
Another shot from distance, number 12 for the Bobcats. Routine save, though, by Dee Moranville as she's looking to bring the ball out. Hopefully the Pioneers push up the field a little bit more and get onto this one. Great booming punt as it goes right over both players, and Josie Brown running it down to the attack. But unfortunately cleared away by the Bobcats yet again. 15's back on the ball. Tripped up here. Referee signals a play-on opportunity for the White. And luckily for us, it's cleared away, and hopefully a build-up play here now for the Pioneers as Battison controls it to Heim.
Good job working down the wide sides. But ultimately, it does end up back with the Bobcats.
Yeah, and you're really seeing this senior leadership and experience on the field here for the Pioneers tonight, as Taylor Heim and Alyssa Gruff just seem to be everywhere, really stopping a lot of these Baser Bobcat attacks. But again, hopefully we can find some kind of channel ball in the middle and look to switch the play and get into that attacking third as we counter out.
Yeah, they have been the backbone of the squad, and they continue to show that off tonight.
Yet again, a great tackle there by Alyssa Groff. And a good ball here into Alyssa Battison, and 1-2 opportunity as we continue to build out of the back. Numbers up for the Pioneers. Unfortunately, though, can't quite get on that one as Kaylee Norris. But again, a great opportunity there for the Pioneers to get a change of possession and get up the field.
Yeah, we've hyped up this Pioneer back line so much today, Mr. Olson, but I think equally impressive, if not more, might be that brick wall defense on the Baser side. When you're playing over 80% of the game on the other half of the field, that is how you win soccer games. And right now, that has been the trend for Baser.
Yeah, unfortunately, it has been really difficult to break down the Bobcats' defense. They're playing with two sweeping kind of center backs that are just very deep as everything is kind of locked into the play. But hopefully, again, we can find something here. As unfortunately, the game is winding back down. We're now under 12 to play. As D. Moranville gets us a good clearance out of the back. Do want to give a special shout out, David, while I've got the microphone on the excellent job I think Miss Waters is doing with this video broadcasting. It's really great to see sportscasting being brought here to Leavenworth High School. And I just want to tell you before I get off the air here soon that I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job, and I wish you all the best as we wrap up this school year. And I hope to all the fans out there that are subscribing to this continue to listen in as David, Kirsten, and Eli and all the other students and Miss Waters' group do an excellent job for our high school.
Thank you so much. It's been a whole lot of fun, especially doing the Milk Mile, the Tuesday and Thursday baseball and softball streams. Plus, we've gotten to do some great interviews with the players afterwards, so be sure to go and, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, go click on some of those live streams. Scroll to the end if you want to hear from guys like Frank and Kendall, Lucy, all of them.
Yeah, that might almost be a great segue to something that we should look into for our next school year here at the high school. Would almost be like a Pete's post-game talk or something like that. Building onto this channel and just continuing to promote that Pioneer success. And again, encourage our athletes to continue getting out there every night and fighting for that good old blue.
Yeah, and this year has been the most successful athletic season in sports history. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, we've definitely had some good years, David. I don't know about that, but we definitely had an impressive football season. Up there, though, we've had some really impressive track seasons over the years from the 90s to 2000s. And again, hopefully we still got a lot of games and matches and track meets left in us. And hopefully our Pioneers like Kelsey, Kazia, and a few other people can get some good results as we wrap up this school year. Aggressive play there from the Pioneers and the Bobcats as an indirect foul called on number 11 results in a free kick for the Pioneers, and the crowd is fired up. I tell you what, David.
Yeah. Josie Brown doing a good job of just getting back up and trotting into her position, but she got slammed to the ground like it was a WWE fight night.
Yeah, David, it was pretty aggressive. Good little 1-2 play here for the Pioneers as we send the ball forward to the box. Unfortunately, that Bobcat defense yet again just shuffles it right out.
No weekend action for the Pioneers, but next week we will be back at home. Be sure to tune in for our baseball team to play against Basehor-Linwood this Tuesday on May 5th. We will also be live streaming on Thursday the 7th on the road before hosting a two-game series with the Turner Varsity Golden Bears on Tuesday the 12th and Thursday the 14th. That game on May 14th will be senior night, and that will be the last day of school for seniors.
Yep. And David, you're not wrong. There might not be any action this weekend for our athletics. But hopefully everybody's having a safe and fun prom, as it is prom weekend, and we're trying to wrap up this school year. Tennis, though, I think does actually have a tournament tomorrow, as our varsity is actually coming off, David, a pretty impressive win. They actually won a tournament yesterday as a team, taking first, and it's the first time I think our tennis team has done that in a couple years. So that's a really great success for Coach Longberg and a lot of our Pioneer tennis players. So big shout out to you all as we, again, wish you luck tomorrow. Again, we misspoke a little bit. Almost forgot that we do have a great tennis thing tomorrow. And look at the Pioneer attack here, David, as we're breaking on the sideline.
They have a chance.
On
Just a little bit too much on that one. Gets scooped up by the keeper. But yeah, I was just referencing the games that will be live streaming. Our next game in action will be on Tuesday the 13th. But of course, we follow all our athletic teams on the LV Athletics Instagram page and leavenworthathletics.com. Just about 7 minutes left to play in what's overall been an even game, but the scoreboard shifts a little bit more in favor of the Bobcats. Still enough time for the Pioneers to mount an attack, though.
Yeah, but we got to find an answer here to 12 and 15 in the middle. Is number 12 for the Bobcats has also really come on in the second half, kind of control this game. But again, the Pioneers are still staying aggressive as 33 wins it back and plays a dangerous ball to Brown. Unfortunately, swept away here by the Bobcats yet again.
Couple baseball scores from around the area. The Lansing Lions just defeated the Topeka West Chargers 12-1 in 5 innings. That game got shortened via the run rule. And over in DeSoto, they currently hold a 6-1 lead over the Turner Bears. That game is in the middle of the 6th.
Well, David, I'm going to turn the broadcast over to you. It's been a pleasure being on tonight, and keep up the great work. And as always, Pioneers listening out there, I hope you all make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
6 minutes left to play. David Kemp here taking the play-by-play for the rest of this one. Kirsten Kessler still in the booth for the last couple minutes. 5.5 minutes left for the Pioneers to try and put a ball in the back of the net. Clock continuing to rise. We'll have a little bit of stoppage time after it hits the 40-minute mark. But this one, oh, excellent play from Josie Brown, the pace. Through ball. Pioneers have a scoring opportunity. Cross comes in. And a little bit of backspin kind of sent it back in a funny direction. Jada Qualls tries to send one in. Pioneers have some action. Sent into the box. Nobody there to receive it. And the flag is up. Jada Qualls. This could be the last great opportunity for Leavenworth to tie this game up. The pass in. And cleared away. Bobcats regain possession. Leavenworth in their home blues. Tops, shorts, and socks. Basehor-Linwood in the all whites. They've got some green accents. You probably can't tell from the camera. But it always feels good to beat a rival. We were not quite fortunate enough to do that in football season. They were the lone team to defeat the Pioneers, taking the home and away parts of the set. This one gets sent high in the air. Back to the defensive line. Sound quality dribbling as that one goes out of play. We are We're at the 39-minute mark in the second half. Girls soccer games here in the UKC run 40-minute periods. So Leavenworth is running out of time. Off the face of Brown and out of play. Back in play. Clock will hit the 40-minute mark on the screen. We got about 2.5 minutes of stoppage time scheduled. Be prepared for about 3. We're off. The pass through ball to Josie Brown. Josie Brown in the box with 1 minute remaining, and it is stopped. The power shot that could have tied this game up, and Josie Brown with a huge opportunity to send the fans crazy and just can't find the back of the net. Such a disappointing moment. Corner kick for the Pioneers. It still isn't over. They have an opportunity. Punted in. This one gets sent away. About 1 minute of stoppage time remaining. Leavenworth hustling to get something done quickly. Off the back of a defender, staying in play before getting sent away yet again. Leavenworth will get another corner kick. They are in absolute desperation mode, getting set quickly. Pioneers pushing heavily towards that back post. Kick comes in. Crowd goes up. Jada Qualls looking for the kick. Can't get to it. Qualls still pushing on the ball. The shot will get just outside the wide post. Another corner for Leavenworth. This is the ball game right here in the 42nd minute. Pioneers just looking for that one last shot. High looper will fall, and it'll go back to the Bobcats for another goal kick. That might do it, Kirsten. Leavenworth just looking for that last opportunity. And sending on their, instead of their keeper taking it, they will just send on their star striker to boot it away. Referee whistle still hasn't come. Leavenworth, as this one will go towards the midfield. And that will do it. Stoppage time concludes. Basehor-Linwood, the lone goal in the second half was enough to break the tie we had in the first period of play. Lots of encouraging things for the Pioneers in this game, but at the end of the day, they just found themselves on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Your final score, Leavenworth 1, Basehor-Linwood 2. We will be back in the booth on Tuesday night for some Basehor-Linwood versus Leavenworth softball at 4 o'clock and baseball at 6